Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
She's seen Encanto more times than she can count. And she can count to 10. She mentioned Mirabel in every conversation. But the moment she actually met Mirabel, she was speechless. That's pura magia. Find yours at Walt Disney World Resort.
5 years, 10 months, and 2 days. That's how long it took to grow the 38 inches to ride on Cali River Rapids. But the moment the wait finally ended, that was pura magia. Discover it at Walt Disney World Resort.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're talking about word weavers, people who coined terms, popularized words, and even created entirely new languages. These activists, writers, artists, and scholars used language to shape ideas and give voice to experiences that once had no name. Today, we're talking about a woman who articulated the indecipherable experience of hearing something incorrectly and liking that misquote more than the original. Remembered by many as a quippy humorist with her finger on the pulse of modern life, she also delighted in the mystery and melodrama of misinterpretation. Let's talk about Sylvia Wright. Sylvia was born around 1916. Not much is known about her childhood other than the fact that her father, a legal scholar, died in a car accident and left behind a 2,300-page manuscript. As a young adult, Sylvia attended Bryn Mawr College, where she studied the art of writing and publishing. Together, she and her mother edited her father's tome down to a more manageable length, although it was still a whopping 1,000 pages long. The book came out in 1942 and was titled Islandia. Those who managed to get past its extensive length became huge fans of the utopia it depicted. Islandia continues to be a cult favorite today. Sylvia went on to work at Harper's Bazaar. Proving herself to be a talented writer and editor, she eventually earned her own monthly humor column. Never one to stick to the straight and narrow, she wrote articles with cheeky titles like My Kitchen Hates Me and How to Make Chicken Liver Pâté Once. In 1954, Sylvia wrote an article called The Death of Lady Mondegreen. In it, Sylvia recalled learning the words to a particular Scottish ballad. When she was practicing, she took a liking to the line, They had slain the Earl of Murray and Lady Mondegreen. But those weren't the words at all. The actual line read, They had slain the Earl of Murray and laid him on the green. But instead of correcting her mistake and moving forward, Sylvia pondered Lady Mondegreen, the character born of her own imagination. In Sylvia's version of the story, Lady Mondegreen was a romantic heroine with long, dark brown curls spread out over the moss, who died hand in hand with the Earl. When she played the story of the ballad back through her head, she decided that she actually liked her version of the line better. This image, though completely different from the original story, evoked a stronger emotional reaction. It was sweeter, more romantic. As she said, leaving the Earl, to die all alone without even anyone to hold his hand, I won't have it. Inspired by her experience, Sylvia coined the term Mondegreen to describe words or phrases that are articulated incorrectly. According to Sylvia, Mondegreens aren't mistakes, they're portals to other worlds, and better than the original. If you lay yourself open to Mondegreens, she wrote in her article, you must be valiant. The world, blowing near, will assail you with 1,000 bright and strange images. Nothing like them has ever been seen before, and who knows what lost and lovely things may not come streaming in with them. After inventing this term, Sylvia began searching for Mondegreens in everything from poetry to advertisements. It even seemed to be a core theme in her next project, A Shark-Infested Rice Pudding, which is a collection of 3 novellas. In each story, she explored the idea of alternate realities in different ways. Through her unconventional writing style, she questioned the nature of truth itself. Shark-Infested Rice Pudding was Sylvia's last book. At the end of her life, Sylvia was in the middle of writing a biography of her great-aunt. Sadly, her work was cut short in 1981, when at the age of 64 she died of cancer. But her legacy lives on. Years after Sylvia's death, people still delight in the occasional misquoted song lyric or intentionally fumbled phrase. Others, too, find greater meaning and joy in these misinterpretations than the work from which they originated. All month, we're talking about word weavers. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you on Monday.
Did you know women are more likely than men to develop dry eyes, which may be due to hormonal changes during the menstrual cycle or after menopause, and the use of oral contraceptives? Give your dry, burning, or irritated eyes a daily refresh with Refresh Optive Mega 3 Lubricant Eye Drops, a preservative-free formula that provides fast-acting, lasting relief. Refresh Optive Mega 3 is safe to use as often as needed. Find Refresh online or in the eye drop aisle at all major retailers.
Lights, camera, innovation. Walt Disney Studios chose advanced 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to transform the movie-making process. Together, we kept a remote production hub in Hawaii and sync with a team in California to bring Lilo and Stitch to theaters this summer. This is picture-perfect collaboration. This is Walt Disney Studios with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.